Hi, Romans here and welcome to another music review. I review every album from a viewpoint of a musician, as I am a singer, songwriter and a bass player for my own group Jakobay. And last year we have released our debut album called Pursuits in Life. What makes it unique is that it's a pretty heavy prog rock without guitars. Instead you have drums, bass, saxophone and keyboards. You can check out 2 of our music videos on my YouTube channel. We're building our own monument and Fake the New Kind of Beauty, and also a studio live take of A Way to Oppose. And in the description of all these videos you will find all the information about where is the record available. It's available on all digital platforms like Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp, but also in this digipack version of a CD with a very beautifully illustrated 20 pages long booklet. So in case you want one, all you need to do is contact me via an email, on Facebook, on Instagram, or you can get one through Bandcamp. And today I'm going to review the new album from The Darkness, Easter is Cancelled.
Music review. Music review.
In my eyes, The Darkness is probably the last really traditional old school rock and roll band that got famous. And I know that probably a lot of people would mention Greta Van Fleet, but I think that in terms of the originality, over the topness, and the mixture of genres and the overall quality of the music, I think that The Darkness are pretty much unmatched. I've been a fan pretty much since their first album, and it was also funny to watch my review for their Pinewood Smile, so the previous album. It's kind of funny to see how far I've come in terms of the video production and so on. The new album Easter is Cancelled came out 2 days ago. As of now I've heard it 5 times, so let's dive right into the review. The first track on the album is Rock and Roll Deserves to Die, a track with a pretty interesting name. And this is also one of the songs that they shot a music video for, and it's like the acoustic folk side of Led Zeppelin.
Dressed up in the emperor's old clothes, and they're pulling.
Meets hard rock with some Queen vocals.
Rock and roll deserves to
And this is a pretty interesting combination. I don't think I have heard anything quite like this before. And then it explodes in that big rock fashion. I like them for trying something new and in a way freshening up their sound a little bit. And I also have to agree with the statement of the song. I read an interview with Justin Hawkins where he said that rock music is in a pretty weird state where people kind of like expect rock musicians to always do the same thing, and then they are kind of like crying for nobody being here to save the genre. And if that's the case, if really people are like this, then rock and roll truly deserves to die. The second track, How Can I Lose Your Love, is like their traditional pop rock meets hard rock, kind of like, for example, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us track. And as before, it works.
love is such a beautiful word.
There are more similar tracks like this, for example Live Till I Die, which is even more poppy and it's a very uplifting track. One of those singles from the album Heart Explodes is a like pop rock ballad, a very good one actually. I like that it doesn't really sound outdated, it sounds pretty current, and I like the arrangements which seem like a bit of a new thing for them.
I'm standing in the weather and I can't open the door, and suddenly it hits me, this isn't my house anymore. I knew.
And then there's In Another Life, which is like this stadium pop rock song, again very good one. Deck Chair was a song that surprised me quite a lot on the album. It's like a 60s acoustic song, very different, something that I've never heard from the band. Very good song.
Hey, what will I sit on now that my chair's gone? Where will I rest my behind?
Then we have some heavier tracks on the album, like for example the title track Easter is Cancelled, which is like this 70s hard rock with mellow verses and a pretty heavy metal chorus. It's a great song. Choke on It is very similar with that badass chorus. Probably the most over-the-top track on the album is Heavy Metal Lover. I really like the lyrics, which are very cheesy and they're kind of like a parody of metal, but in a very, very funny way. We've got a hard rock riff here. Poppy verses.
Come on over, baby, sit next to me. Listen to a little obituary.
Thrash metal riffs. And Queen-like chorus. This song kind of has it all, and the whole mix-up is so bizarre that it makes for a pretty avant-garde listen. The final track on the album is called We Are Guitar Man, which is like an acoustic pop rock with a hint of folk and those Queen vocals. There's even a little bit of synthesizers that give it that 80s flavor. I kind of wish they did that more often, because apart from their second album, One Way Ticket to Hell and Back, they have never really been resembling 80s, and I think it might be a pretty nice change of pace. And thematically, it feels like the band went full circle with this song, because lyrically this song kind of, in a way, describes, I think, the singer, the lead singer, but also his brother probably, being saved by rock music, and they sing about their love, which is a guitar. And I think that despite a statement that was in the first track, this one just shows that rock music will always live. We just probably have to be a little more open-minded to accept different bands. The album has a pretty controversial cover that has already been censored on certain platforms. I read an interview where Justin Hawkins said that he was thinking about a multiverse theory, and he wanted to imagine an alternative universe where Jesus had lived, so he was never sacrificed, never crucified. And kind of like, what would happen in a universe like that? I don't think that the songs necessarily touch upon that subject, maybe apart from the title track, but I think it makes for a pretty interesting concept that probably should have been explored a little more. If you are a fan of The Darkness and you've been kind of like following them up until this point, I quite honestly doubt you will be disappointed with this new album. I like that they still keep doing what they are famous for, that kind of cheeky, cheesy parody, sometimes hard rock music, but you know, in the end it's just a very good music that is simply a lot of fun and it's enjoyable to listen to. Have you heard the new album already? You can let me know in the comment section below whether you agreed or disagreed with me, how much you like the new album and how well do you think it compares to their previous stuff. Maybe what is your most favorite album from The Darkness. You can follow me on Facebook or on Instagram. You can find links to both in the description of this video below. If you like this review, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. You can check out my own original music, my live performances, my worst to best series, and quite a lot of other reviews as well. Thanks a lot for watching.